My name is Dr. Annie Andrews, and I am running to be South Carolina's first elected female senator. Most of you know that I'm a pediatrician. I've worked in children's hospitals for 20 years, taking care of South Carolina's sick and injured children. I'm also a proud public school mom of 3 school-age kids, at least 2 of which definitely know where Taiwan is on the map. And I am in this race because I know South Carolina deserves better. I know that it's time to return this Senate seat to the people of South Carolina. And a lot about my race has changed. And what I've been saying is who I'm running against has changed, but who I'm running for and what I am running for has not changed. So, before my former opponent passed away, a reporter asked him, "What do you think about Annie Andrews?" And I believe this is the only thing he ever said on the record about me. He said, "She seems like an attractive, nice lady with a couple of kids, but we don't know what she believes in." So just to be clear, I'm here today asking you all to believe in me. So let me tell you what it is I believe in. I believe that healthcare is a human right. I believe we need to fully fund the Medicaid program. I believe we need to protect Medicare and Social Security. I believe we need to fully fund the CDC and the NIH, and I believe we need to impeach and remove RFK Jr. I believe we need to address South Carolina's cost of living emergency. I believe we need to raise the federal minimum wage. I believe we need to stop the unconstitutional on-again, off-again tariffs. I believe we need to pass an expanded, permanent, fully refundable child tax credit. I believe we need to root out the corruption that is actively degrading American democracy. I believe we need to pass term limits. I believe we need to end partisan gerrymandering. I believe we need to ban members of Congress from trading stock and from becoming lobbyists. And I believe we need to get dark money out of politics once and for all by ending Citizens United. I believe that rather than starting endless, illegal, billion-dollar-a-day wars overseas, we need to return that attention to supporting South Carolina's active duty service members, military families, and veterans. I believe that every child in South Carolina deserves access to a high-quality, free public education. And to get there, I believe we need to pay teachers what they are worth. I believe we need to get culture wars out of the classroom. I believe we need universal pre-K, and I believe we need to stop the grift of sending our public tax dollars to private schools. I believe that we must restore a woman's right to make healthcare decisions about her own body. And it is my professional opinion that if you could not pass a pop quiz about women's reproductive anatomy, you should have nothing to do with the process of writing laws about what any woman does with any part of her body. I believe we need to take bold action to address climate change, which is the greatest existential crisis future generations face. And I believe as long as gun violence remains the leading cause of death for kids here in South Carolina, we all need to wake up every day and fight like hell to pass the common sense gun laws the vast majority of Americans and the vast majority of South Carolinians want to see passed, starting with universal background checks. And most importantly, I believe that we will win. But I'm counting on all of you to do everything humanly possible to help Democrats win up and down the ballot on November 3rd. Every single person in this room needs to commit to doing 100 times more than you have ever done to ever elect any Democrat before in your life. You need to leave here today. You need to text 10 or 20 of your friends and be sure they're registered to vote. Send them links to your favorite candidates' websites. You need to commit to volunteering for the state party, for your individual candidates. You need to sign up to text bank, to phone bank, to door knock, and you need to donate what you can as well. And all of us, once we put it all out there between today and November 3rd. We put it all on the line. On the evening of November 3rd, you're sitting comfortably on your couch, watching the election returns come in, knowing you've given this election everything you possibly could. And you hear the news anchor say, we're about to call that Senate race in South Carolina. So you look up at the television, and instead of Darline or Ralph's face, you see my pretty face pop up on your television. And in that moment, that will be a catharsis for South Carolina, in that moment where we will all feel compelled to go dancing in the streets, in that moment where South Carolina becomes central to the national story about how we turned the page on this hyper-divisive, hyper-partisan era of American politics, in that moment where South Carolina gets to start the next chapter in American democracy. In that moment, I want you all to be able to say, not only were you there when it was happening, but you helped to make it happen. And that is why we are here today. So thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you.